Welcome to the world where the villain wasn't destroyed by hate, he was ruined by love. Every song here belongs to the villain.
One taste, and I was ruined. I never believed in angels, not after the things I've done. I've painted cities crimson, turned mercy into a gun. Then you walk through the smoke like a dream I couldn't touch. A sinner doesn't deserve heaven, maybe that's why I want it so much. Your voice cuts through the madness, your touch silences the war. And now the man who feared nothing is terrified. You walk out that door. I should let you go, I know I should, but monsters were never known for being good. You're the sweetest temptation, the sin I can't resist, the fire on my lips, the poison in my kiss. I tear apart forever, break every sacred rule, because loving you feels holy and losing you feels cruel. You're the sweetest temptation, my paradise, my fall, the one thing I swore got blood on my hands, 1,000 ghosts in my back. But when you smile at me, the darkness starts to crack. Every jealous thought, every possessive need has wrapped itself around my heart like a beautiful disease. They say obsession destroys, maybe they're right, 'cause I burn down the sunrise if it threatened your life. And if the world stands between us, then the world won't stand for long. I've never been a hero, but I've always been strong. You're the sweetest temptation, the sin I can't resist, the fire on my lips, the poison in my kiss. I'd tear apart forever, break every sacred rule, because loving you feels holy and losing you feels cruel. You're the sweetest temptation, my paradise, my fall, the one thing I swore I'd never need. Now I need you more than all. Maybe I was born broken, maybe darkness is my fate, but you make me dream of future I thought I'd learn to hate. And if redemption has a face, then heaven wears your eyes, because every time you look at me, even devils fantasize. You're the sweetest temptation, the prayer inside my sin, the lock upon my chaos, the calm beneath my skin. Let the heavens judge me, let the saints condemn my soul. I choose your love 1,000 times over being whole. You're the sweetest temptation, the addiction I embrace, the only weakness of a king who brought the world to its knees. And if loving you destroys me, let me fall with your name on my lips. She walks through the stories, escapes through the lines, where danger feels safer than real life outside. The world doesn't hear her, the world doesn't care. So she finds her own refuge in pages of air. Not the shining knights, not the golden kings, but the ones in the shadows with dangerous wings. They whisper her name in a voice like a curse, yet somehow their darkness still hurts her less. She falls for the villains, the broken, the lost, the ones with the fire, the ones with the scars. They see her, they know her, they don't look away. Reality cuts her like words left unsaid. She hides in the ink, in the tales in her head. The heroes are hollow, their promises fade, but the villains they burn like the choices she's made. Not the noble hearts, not the perfect smiles, but the ones with the rage, with the sins and the trials. They don't play pretend, they don't turn their back. In a world full of cruelty, she loves men who lack. She falls for the villains, the broken, the lost, the ones with the fire, the ones with the scars. They see her, they know her, they don't look away. Maybe it's twisted, maybe it's wrong, but at least in their arms she feels like she belongs. They don't call her fragile, they don't let her break. Even monsters can love when there's something at stake. She falls for the villains, the damned in the dark, the ones who won't leave her with half of a heart. They fight for a name, they don't play it safe. In their ruthless devotion, she finally stays. So she walks through the stories, escapes through the lines, loving the villains and leaving behind the world that never tried. I walk like midnight, sharpened into bone, a king of ruins, carved from blood and stone. My silence is a warning dressed in breath, a promise whispered gently like a thread. I carry mercy like a blade too dull, a fractured soul pretending to be full. And when she looks at me with fear in her veins, she feels holy, standing inches from her grave. I am hunger in a heartbeat, a shadow with a pulse, the kind of man who smiles while he watches kingdoms fall. Oh, I'm the sweetest sinner. Kiss me like a curse. Let me drag you evil into everything that hurts. Tie your fate to the dark I'll hold within. Let me break you slow, make you my sweetest. Heart me, trust me, come undone again. Sweetest sinner, your deadliest amen. My hands Oceans of graves where secrets learn to sleep. My voice of darkness carved impossibly deep. I bloom destruction like a poison rose. A beautiful ending I already know. I love like fire, starving for control. A burn that bruises straight down to the soul. And still she steps closer, like a moth to flame, knowing I'll write her death in the way I say her name. I am vengeance taught to walk, a storm that never dies. But somehow in my ruin, her broken heart aligns. Oh, I'm the sweetest sinner. Kiss me like a curse. Let me drag you deeper into everything that hurts. Tie your fate to the dark I hold within. Let me break you slow, make you my sweetest dead. Haunt me, trust me, come undone again. Sweetest sinner, your deadliest amen. Wicked hearts don't beat, they echo, and my echoes live in her. I am danger wearing devotion, and she kneels so willingly. Let the world fall into ash, let the angels turn away. If lawman hardens me, hell is where I'll stay. I'm your sweetest sinner. Wrap your shadow over mine. Follow me to the edge where heaven doesn't shine. If I'm your ruin, then ruin me right. Let your soul burn black in my arms tonight. Every sin, every scar, every breath soaked in my flame. Sweetest sinner, the darkness I die to claim.